Welcome to the Michigan Golfer Show. Join us each week as we explore the people, the places, and the events that shape our great game.
Hi, Carter Sherline for Michigan Golfer News, and we have with us Stu Healey of Handicomp. Welcome. What we'd like to talk about today is the pandemic and how it's affecting golf in general, but also specifically how it's affected Handicomp. So, where would you like to start?
Well, I can jump in. I would say we're certainly not immune to it as far as being affected by the pandemic. 2020 was a lot of lessons in 2020 that we learned. And so we tried to keep our ear to the ground, understand as much as we could of what was going on in the industry, how the industry was reacting, how everything was, interacting with each other. Golf itself here in Michigan was turned off by the governor back in April and May last spring, and which is different than some other states and stuff. But here in Michigan, that had an effect on us because much of our business, we have a lot of business in Michigan, being from Michigan. And we touch on several different aspects of the market, being a software developer, and we put web-based and mobile-based applications out in the market that focus on golf leagues, tournament management, handicapping, and things that revolve around that. But when the market was shut down, that turned us off for a couple of months and certainly caused a little bit of concern. Fortunately, when things turned on, everybody came back in mass, and we got a lot of it back, especially on the league side of things, but not all of it. But what was nice was to see the play, really pick up and return in volume. So green fees did very, very well for a lot of courses. But on the flip side, a lot of courses, their amenities, whether it be the restaurant, the swimming pool, the health club, anything like that, certainly did not come back during the season. So using that, setting the table for 2021, we feel we're a little bit better educated and better conditioned to go into this season, but we still really don't know how it's all going to play out. And I think we're all kind of interested in
that. Okay. And we talked earlier about that you're doing a survey online as to how people view the impact.
Yeah, one of the advantages of having a huge golfer database, not just here in Michigan, but across the country and some international as well, is that we can contact those people and kind of pick their brains a little bit. Last spring, we really didn't want to rely on anybody other than the people that we do business with, our golfers, to understand what they were feeling. And so last spring, we did a series of surveys asking golfers, would they return, when the course is open, things like that. And actually, I was tapped on the shoulder last summer by a professional of the course, and he said, thank you for doing that, because they had no idea themselves whether golfers were going to come back. So they really didn't know whether to budget for them or not for them and stuff. And fortunately, golfers said they were coming back, but they also gave us a lot of other very good information. And in fact, we have another survey. It's our eighth in the series, active right now. You can see it at handicomp.com, our main website. And it basically asks the questions, okay, now that we've got a year of this pandemic under our belt, how do you feel going into the 2022 golf season? One of the primary questions and curiosities we have is that last summer, golf really did very well. And part of that had to do with the fact that there were no alternatives. People had nothing else to do. The golf course was let's get outside, get away from this. And it was a great escape. And golf did a great job taking that all in. What we're curious about is if everything opens up this summer and alternatives step up, will they come back and say, hey, I want my people back? And then will golf have some new competition, and will the volume persist? And we want to understand that. And so far, it looks like golfers say they want to keep playing golf, which is great. But you don't know unless you ask. So that's what we're doing.
So it may well be that golf actually benefits from the pandemic in the long run.
Well, we hope so, but we don't want to assume. And one of the things that we do with our business really is it's one of those sticky points between a golf club, golf course, and golfers themselves. So, a league is something that attaches golfers to the course. So we've got a league management system. So that, keeps the golfer further attached to the course through, not just the league itself, but the communication devices that go along with, such as a mobile application, and then things like email push notifications. Same thing with a handicap. If a golfer carries a handicap at a course, they'll feel more attached to that golf course. So we want to, and what we have is a very affordable course-based handicap system that golfers seem to be embracing in courses as well. So we're trying to be, to help that stickiness in the middle, because if we've got new golfers playing for the first time, you want to keep them as attached as possible to the course so that they're not otherwise lured away by the alternatives as they come back into play. So.
Okay, well, thank you for talking to us today and telling us how things are looking for the 2021 and the 2022 seasons.